to show you how to make a Bukkit server, and this is pretty much how you make it. All you have to do is, well, you just go to the Bukkit wiki. Well, this is what I'm doing, and you go to the main page, and then you just wait for it to load the little page, and you go to start your own server. Now this is the like command sequence for the the server that you're gonna run. This is the command sequence for Java. Now this is what you want to do right here, is you're gonna want to get the latest Craft Bukkit recommended build. Now I'm gonna want to keep it, I'm gonna wait for it to download. Okay, and then once you get it, you're gonna want to drag it to your folder that you want it to be in. So I would just make a folder. My desktop is a little cluttered, but I will probably clean it up soon. Make a new folder, like that, right click, new folder, and then name it whatever you want. So I'm just gonna do okay, and then make sure once that's downloading, show on folder, Craft Bukkit in there. Okay, and now of course, as it says right here, when running your server for the first time, errors will show up. Do not worry, this is normal. Server generating files, folders need to run as they do not exist. Bukkit server is intended as a complete replacement for the official address. It's not probably right. That's okay. Now, you put the jar file where you like to run it from. Open Notepad. I just open Notepad. So just press this button. If you have Windows 7, type Notepad like that. Now, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to copy paste this, and this is if here. I'll show you how to check if you have the Java runtime environment 6 or Java runtime environment 7. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to computer, local disk, and you're going to see whether it says, you're going to want to make sure you want to get 64-bit Java, I think. And then, okay, so I have Java runtime 6, Java runtime environment 6. And so make sure that you have everything set up, so program files, whatnot, Java JRE6 bin java.exe. Okay, so now that we know we have JRE6/JRE7, if you have Java runtime environment 7, you want this one. But if you have Java runtime environment 6 like me, you want to copy this, put this in here. And then this is the RAM allocated for it, so let's say we want 2 GB at 2048. And 2048, you change these, whatever you want, so 2048, okay. And then, now, what you're going to do is File, Save As, all files, and then run.bat, B-A-T. run.bat, or whatever you want, .bat. You need to have it to be a batch file. Then you save that, and then you exit out of that, and then now your run.bat should be right here. Okay. Now the run's in there, Craft Bukkit's in there. Now what you're gonna want to do is, of course, it has a full thing right here, but I'm just reading off this. And then after that, you want to save the document, run that, double click, and you're away. When you're done doing issues, stop. Okay, so just click run.bat. Oh yeah, I forgot. You have to, you have to rename this to craftbukkit.jar, since that is what it says in the, this is Craft Bukkit it says jar craft bucket, so that's what you need. Now you run this. Okay, failed to bind to port. Okay, that means that you already have a server running on that port, which is the default port of 25565. I have it on a server, so what you're going to want to do is, if that happens, which it probably won't, you're going to want to change this server port to whatever you want. You're going to change it to whatever you want if you've already made one before. So let's say 25569. That's the one that you can do. Now save, and you want to run the server, and you're gonna get failed to load whatever, system cannot find the file specified. So right now what it's doing is it's creating the world. It's creating the spawn area for the world that you're gonna spawn in. And there it says place stronghold and invalid biome. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, because I've looked for that kind of stuff and I've never found it. But so right here, now you just have your server running. What you're gonna want to do is press stop. You always want to press stop. If you're going to, don't exit out, click the red X button. Don't ever do that. You're gonna want to type stop and enter in the console, and then that saves your world and all the things you did. Now, of course, if you're want plugins, which of course if you're making a Bukkit server, you're most likely gonna have plugins. Now I'm gonna be showing you how to install one of the plugins that's really, well, actually two. It's essentials. So you type essentials dev.bukkit, admin player commands. You let this load. I'll put a link to this too. Now you're gonna want to get, for the permissions, I'm gonna use group manager. So if you want to do what I'm doing, you get group manager and essentials core. So I'd say just download it like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now don't put the zip in. You're gonna want what you want to do is you're gonna want to drag these using some kind of zip opening program like 7-zip or WinRAR. I use 7-zip because I use WinRAR on my old computer and I just prefer this one, I guess. Okay, now I'll drag that into plugins. Essentials group bridge and essentials group manager. Now for the essentials part, this is what all this stuff is. Now it's essentials chat, essentials protect, essentials spawn. This is pretty much what you need to run your server. You need these things. All you have to do is download them, and then you just drag the jar files right in. It's as easy as that. Now, of course, some plugins aren't compatible with other plugins, so it will add, let's say, an error. Now, that usually is caused by, I advise just doing them one at a time. And then if one causes an error, you just don't use that and try and figure out the error, usually associated with the version that it is, of course. Now, another plugin, I guess, would be used for permissions is Permissions X, but I'm not going to use that because I'm bushing like that. Also, what you're going to want to get is Notepad++. This is for the YML file formats. Now all you have to do is go here, notepad++.org/download/v6.1.5.html. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run the installer on this, and you will get a English, whatever language you are, I don't know. For this, just let it be. Okay, enable this option to make it open. I didn't. Okay, no. Wait, shortcut on desktop. Yeah. Okay, install. Now, just wait for this to install. It's still pretty fast for me because I have a pretty good computer. But now, Notepad++, this is used for the making of the permission files for Group Manager. So, have plugins. I'm gonna run this again. Failed to find a port. Service already running on this port. Let me expand this. Huh. Oh, yeah. I already have it running. Oops. Okay. Now, of course, I'll have a video telling you how to use Group Manager and whatnot. But anyways, what you're gonna do is, this is for Hamachi, since I cannot port forward due to safety reasons involving my router and whatnot, and that's okay with me. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna log me in Hamachi. You're gonna want to make a new network at the logmein.com. So Hamachi, I'll just do that. And then, okay, now you're gonna want to add new network. You're also gonna have to get Hamachi and all that. I'll get into that. You're gonna name this network. I'll just name it YouTube Bukkit. This is where I'm gonna do all those kind of crazy things. Continue. Network password. Yeah, I don't want network passwords. Okay, I'm just gonna add. I'm not gonna add anyone. I'm good. Okay. Now, ID. No password. Join existing network. Join YouTube Bukkit. Guess me. Of course. Free. Okay. Anyways, now also what you're gonna want to do is, once you make the Hamachi account, you're gonna want to log in, and then you're want to go to My Networks and get Add Client, then install, and then download now, and then you just run the installer and you have it. Of course, sometimes you might have problems on a laptop, and it just really isn't a very good connection. But for this, it's fine. It's fine. You don't need to port forward for a little test. Now, what I like to do is copy the IPv4, and you go to your server properties. You want to also stop that. You're gonna wanna server IP. You're gonna paste that in like that. So for me, it's 5.130.55.220. Okay. Now also, people say to do online mode off or false. I don't do that. That's not for me. I make it on, and you can do whatever you want, but Hamachi only holds 5, so you can start to whatever you want. You can start to 1,000. That doesn't mean you can hold 1,000, but you can hold a decent amount. Now, if you open up your Minecraft, now what you're gonna want to do is, oh yeah, that's my MC server. What else? Oh yeah. Do not add the server that you have. So mine is 5.130. What was it? What's Hamachi? 5.130.55.220, and then colon for the port 25569. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's offline. Can't reach server because it's not running. So when I run it, it will load up. Then I will just refresh this. And join. Okay. Now welcome Exotic STL to the server. Hi. Okay. So I'm Exotic STL, and that's my username. So you just spawn in your world. Very nice little world. And that's pretty much it. Using them is a completely different story, but all you have to do is /help. Of course, you probably won't be able to do anything, like, let's see if I can do that. Okay, /rules. Okay, list. surprised I can do any of this. Sometimes you aren't allowed to do this, but sometimes you're allowed to. But anyways, aside from that, that is how you set up your Bukkit server, get Hamachi. See, you're not permitted to build. So you get Hamachi, get a Minecraft server working. That's Bukkit server. I'll be making a tutorial how to do group manager, your permissions kind of thing. And that's all I can think of teaching you right now. So, I mean, I'll try and think of anything else. There's of course World Guard and all that stuff, but that will be on a later date. I will be adding more in and whatnot, and this will be more of a series, and it should be fun. I should be able to make a lot of these. And so that's how you make a Bukkit server with plugins for Hamachi, and set up essentials and all the things that are associated with that, like group manager and bridge, which I don't know what that does. But as you can see, it's yellow. I don't know why. But it's cool. It's cool. Only hold 5 people. See, I mean, that's really it. Port forwarding, I do just suggest looking up how to port forward on the interwebs. Just because that's how you should do it. Because I can't really give you anything if I can't do it myself. Yeah, that's really it. So, this was requested by, I forget who, it might have been like Cube Sauce or something, I don't remember, I'll have to look it up, but it was requested by someone, and I'll put their name in the description. Thanks to them for shouting it out, and now I've done this, and this is how you make a Bukkit server. This is Exotic STL, and I've had fun making this, so... But yeah, this is a series, of course, and I will be continuing this at a later date. See ya.